We generally start off overly optimistic about any project, like when we decided to rebuild this rusty steel sailboat to sail around the world.
Hey all, here we are, day one at our new boat.
And in this instance, we wanted to take the comforts of home with us. So we decided to install a washing machine into our Liveaboard sailboat. But the price of luxury is a lot of hard work. This is Luke, and I'm Lori, and thanks to our Patreons and viewers like you, we're halfway through our boat build. And if you want to see us complete the other half, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and ring that bell. It's a totally free way to keep the journey alive.
I regret that.
Guys, we are in the forward cabin right now and we are working on the port side. So starboard side, we already worked out two of these closet areas and we added this bench with storage. Now once we added this, we actually lost a lot of height because we were going to have things hanging here. So we decided to flip it around, keep this with shelves, and move our hanging area here. But now we got to figure out the space and how it works, because it's one thing to design things on a computer, and once you arrive here and realize, not everything is as ideal as you want it to, we had to kind of rethink how we're actually going to utilize the space. So we are going to have the washing machine here, and we're going to have our hanging clothes here, but how do we resolve this corner? We have the door here, we have the slope of the hull, and so Fernando put together this nice mock-up again for us to visualize how can we actually make this work. And I'll show you the dilemma here is because this line, see how the windows kind of travel in this angled line here, so it's not straight, it kind of tapers along with the boat, and so that gives us kind of a maximum distance that we can do. We don't want to come in and come down. That would be a little weird. So this gives us our maximum here, but that is inside, probably around here in the hull. So then we end up with a weird curve and a wall. And also we want to do a little bit of a reflection of what we just designed here. So our solution so far is we're going to create this box really similar to this one, but not in a triangle. It's going to be following the hull line, and because of the door, so we can't get that straight edge, we have to do this side one. Now, I hope this works out, and I hope it looks good, because there's a new angle here. This is mirroring this angle, which is good, but this is not mirroring this angle. Will it look good in the end? We're gonna have to figure it out and put it in there and see. Perhaps once we get it in there, it's not gonna be as obvious as I think it is. And there are gonna be other things that are, like once these doors get in here, they're really gonna be giving more of the angle of how this room and space is gonna be framed. So perhaps these little two benchy things aren't gonna make a difference. But so here we're thinking now that we're going to have like a nice little opening here so we can throw the dirty clothes. And then here, so instead of losing that space that we did when we kind of framed off everything too short, we're just gonna leave it open. So imagine this open where when we're hanging things, they can hang down here. So long things like, you know, the trousers with like suspenders and stuff, they can hang down in here without any issues. So that's our solution so far. Let's see what happens.
All the wood interior on our boat is being made to be modular, and that means it will be removable for maintenance without destroying the furniture. We're on the design stage where the guys implement our ideas. Afterwards, the wood will be glued, sealed, and painted. At that point, the furniture will be fixed into the hull. But for now, Fernando is just modeling and getting the perfect fit.
Cara, eu apenas me engano, no máximo.
Tá ótimo.
Sou profissional, cara.
This is our mini washing machine, and we're gonna try to fit this in our tiny little boat. And would you believe that this is the first thing that we purchased after we bought the boat? We found it in a secondhand website, and it was in perfect condition minus this little yellow spot because it sat in the sun. But other than that, it was brand new.
primeiramente eu vou cortar uma chapa aqui para mim parafusar atrás da máquina, da base da máquina. Aí essa chapa aqui que vai dar o nivelamento da máquina, para ela não ficar caída, não trabalhar fora do nível. Após isso, aí nós vamos marcar a posição da máquina na chapa, parafusar na chapa a máquina e colocar na posição aqui. Aí nós medimos quanto que nós vamos ter que fazer os cálculos para travar essa máquina na posição atrás da chapa. E é isso aí o primeiro passo.
That's right, our first attempt was a no-go. Fernando tried to enclose the space for the best finished look using the case of the machine as a base for his measurements. But once we had the actual machine in the boat, it was a totally different story and it didn't fit as expected. So we went back to the drawing board.
Seguindo no andamento da nossa instalação da lavadora de roupas, fizemos uma estrutura de madeira que está fixa no casco do barco. Após a desmontagem para o acabamento final, a gente vai estar colando isso com um silicone específico para o ferro e a madeira ficar unido e não ficar ringindo. Agora a gente está com uma base, uma estrutura fixa no nível, para a máquina trabalhar no nível. E eu vou entrar agora com as peças que é o engate da máquina, que vão fixar a máquina nessa peça aqui. Então vai ficar muito fácil de movimentar a máquina, que eu vou soltar 4 parafusos e vou erguer e vou sacar a máquina fora para fazer uma possível manutenção. A princípio é isso aí o nosso segmento agora.
Let's break that down. The washing machine requires 4 large screws to attach to the wall. And even in our house, balancing this weight and trying to screw it in at the same time is a huge challenge. So we're going to bolt the machine to a wood panel first. French cleats will be used to hang the panel to secure it on a leveled wall where it will be screwed in. This wall will be solidly attached to a structure, which is in turn attached to the hull. This should not only hold the machine firmly, but also make it extremely accessible for maintenance and removal.
Oof, it is done. Fernando finally figured it out, and he did not stop trying to figure out a solution for this. And now, as you can see, it is solidly in there. It is not moving anywhere. And the great part about it is really easy to remove for maintenance. We can either take this top off to see if we need to inspect anything, or we can just remove this piece and take the machine out of there without any issues. Amazing. Fernando's unstoppable, and we are ready to take on the next challenge. He's gonna finish these doors, he's gonna finish this section. All of the forward cabin is gonna be completed, and we're super excited to move on to the next step.